Aloha from Waikiki, Honolulu, Hawaii, beginning of the Martin Luther King Day Parade, annual parade. And here coming up is the Kanawai Mamalahoe banner, January 17th, 1893, the day of the overthrow, the armed invasion of Hawaii by American businessmen being protested. And that was in front of the official color guard.
Yeah, the yellow one jumped out. Yeah. Because it's opposite of blue. Remember what I'm telling you?
Don't know what's going on. It's taped off. Says they have a backhoe here, trucks. Hey, who can tell us what's going on? What's going on?
I guess they're just gonna take her stuff. Wesley Chung's there telling everybody that the stuff was tagged.
This stuff is not tagged.
This stuff was not tagged.
It hasn't been tagged. We're gonna tag it.
Oh, that's why you got
to tag it.
Up and you're
tag it and leave it. Why?
Because we don't push me around.
This is a new thing here. What? Their backhoes. There's a crane here, as you can see. You can see that the police are heavily armed. Now, Sergeant Santos says they don't call this a raid.
Not dismantle that. Hey, police! Stop them! They cannot dismantle that. That has not been here for more than 24 hours. It's not dead.
It's not tagged.
You can't take any of that stuff.
That's search and seizure.
That's against the law. You're breaking the law. Stop them. Stop them. Police! Police! Stop those people! Stop those people! They're breaking the law!
They're breaking the law.
I have asked all of you to not break the law. Those things are not to be seen.
Stop just being talk. Don't do what you're told. Do the right thing. You guys are fucking human beings. No, they're not.
Hey, you are not allowed to do these things. They have not been tagged.
Taking untagged property, opening an art supply. You can see a backhoe involved.
Please stop them. I'm telling you, I put that up yesterday. It hasn't been tagged.
That's been put up recently, untagged property. Paints and art supplies for tomorrow's May Day art.
Somebody do their job. I need to file a police report. I need to file a police report. Will somebody let me file a police report?
I'm sorry.
Involved in that.
That's the one we walked in the mayor's office with.
And this
Holding
is,
a paddle.
that's a group shot of that banner that was taken. We are at Kapiolani Park, Lay Day Festival, organized by the city. Lay makers out of Hawaiian cultural events.
My core family is over there making lays, but right now I have to take a break from lay making because the city has been abusing Kanawai Mamalahoe, which is a much more important root of our culture. Yesterday, the city and county stole this is a stolen item. And oh, by the way, can I file a police report? I haven't filed one yet. Yeah, okay, so there was a raid on the Occupy Honolulu encampment, and this work of art right here, along with one that said "Wamau ke'ea o ka'aina ikapono," was stolen. We've had first-hand accounts that it's sitting right now in Wesley Chan's office, the head of the Department of Facilities and Maintenance. We're just trying to raise awareness, especially for city people, and especially for the police. You know, we're not blaming anybody, you know, who hasn't been involved in this, but we do want to make sure that people understand what's going on, and that, you know, we're not going to. People can't stand for it anymore. You know, we as Hawaiians need to stand together with these folks who are here from, you know, the Occupy Honolulu and, you know, standing against the wrongs that are happening all over the world. You know, we all need to stand up and say, you know, you can't. We're not going to hurt anybody. Don't worry. We're peaceful people.
I like you guys. You guys are
Hey, you like to take pictures? Okay, protect real culture.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of your back.
You got the.
Okay, all right, can get in. Okay, got him.
Who and Lona Padilla to come up on stage.
Close to the mayor, we want to ask him.
The two kumo represent the Hawaii dance sport.
I'm not harming the mayor. I'm giving you my word as a Hawaiian that I am not harming.
A nice round.
I don't think it's right. It's not pono. All I was trying to do was stand in a public area. Stop resisting.
Why are you doing this? She wasn't doing anything but sitting down. She was holding.
You going to cooperate and give me your hand or not?
There is no reason.
So why are you Hawaiian? Why are you
hands behind your back.
There's no aloha for Hawaiians on May Day, yeah?
What, are you trying to break her arm? Is that what you're trying to do? Well, she
HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down! Wall Street, shut it down! Say it again, shut it down! HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down! Wall Street, shut it down! Say it again, shut it down! HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down! Wall Street, shut it down! Say it again, shut it down! HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down! Wall Street, shut it down! Say it again, shut it down! HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down! Wall Street, shut it down! Say it again, shut it down! HPD, shut it down! All their systems, shut it down!
Okay, we are live. We're on the road. We just got on the freeway at the Punch Bowl entry. We're on our way to the Halaba Depot, where property seized under the Bill 54 Ordinance 11-029 are recovered. So I wanted to get the stream going so you get an idea of where it is and how far away it is. I'm with Laulani, who's driving here.
I think it's important too to recognize that this is after much has already been done in the process. In order to get these items back, I had to call steadily for several days. At first with no answer and no ability to leave a message on the answering machine. When I finally did reach someone, I needed to make an appointment for a specific time. As you can see, there's traffic, so it's pretty much impossible to gauge the specific time that you will actually be there because of the level of traffic involved. And we're not even close yet. is the kind of thing that that people have to go through if they want to pick up their items from the city and county after they have been impounded under the ordinance
11-029.
11-029. You know, and when I spoke with Dr. Wesley Chun and asked him, well, you know, do you think this is really reasonable for houseless people to do this level of hassle, you know, to call for that many days, many of them don't even have cell phones, then make an appointment and be on time for the appointment, given that there's no bus that goes to the area and that the bus doesn't allow more than what you can fit under your seat on the bus? Is this really reasonable? And he said, well, the houseless people must not want their stuff back, and he says they don't want their stuff back because they haven't been calling to set up the appointment. Now, I think the logical flaw in that is fairly obvious. It's fairly obvious. Why on earth would you, if you were a houseless person, even if you had a cell phone for which you're probably paying by the minute, why would you go through this level of hassle just to come this far? That entire distance that we covered just now, especially the stretch from the last intersection, is the distance that a houseless person would have to walk in order to recover their home, which they, again, would not be able to take on the bus. And so, therefore, it is basically impossible for them to, in practical terms, recover their belongings at all.
Although, you know, people
I just
may
don't
think
want my
like,
identity to be stolen, you know what I mean?
It stays with me, and it only gets turned over to Park Council if it's determined that you are not the rightful owner of this. Yeah.
I see.
So if somebody claims that, you know,
if you're giving me your word, I'll take your word for it. That's my ID.
There's should be three pieces in all.
Yeah, there's supposed to be three.
I told them
wait.
covered two.
Wait, before I go give you my ID and everything, I'd like to see the banners. I'd like to make sure it's the right one.
There it is. Right
There's only one here.
Yeah, there's just the other one.
Oh,
Okay.
there's the other one.
Okay, so here, can you hold one side for me?
I don't like calling when you tell me all the time.
Okay, put it down. We can put it down. I'm gonna get it.
Really?
Hell, on the other one side.
Come on.
Yeah, this will look good. This is actually really good.
You're supposed to support this kind of stuff.
It's upside down.
It's
upside down.
Hey, upside down.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Eva. That is the banner by Michael Daly. I'm going to get up close too so that we can see.
Who drew this?
Michael Daly.
Nice.
And I wanna show that, which was first uttered where?
At Thomas Square.
And where was this stolen?
King Kamehameha III. That's where this was taken from. So this was taken from the very place where this was uttered. It had not been there for 24 hours.
Right.
It was illegally seized.
The only thing that was in that cat?
No, there was another one.
There was a real huge one.
Sustainability.
And this one is the one by Raul Gonzalez. Should say Kanawai Mamalahoe. Hey, we should let these guys see too, because this is impressive.
Okay, well, we'll turn it around. Okay, hold it up so that you make sure. No, it's for you. It's for you. I disagree with being forced to go through this unreasonable and burdensome process, impossible for most houseless persons, to reclaim items that were stolen from safekeeping when they had not been there for 24 hours. The paint was not even dry on these items.
And there are only two of the three.
Okay,
keep
and
banners.
Can you please take a quick picture? I'm going to real quick show this one more time. I didn't get a chance to get a photograph, so
Okay, let's see. Let me try and get.
So this kind of shows what they really feel about Kanawai Mamalahoe. They want to tag it and put it in a garbage can, which is what they do with stored property. I won't unroll it right now, but you can kind of see it. This was never tagged. So I think there's an important difference. This was tagged, this was not tagged. This was taken. This was not taken because I held it in my hands. And although they have taken things from people, from their hands in the past, they even walked onto private property to take things from people right out of their hands. So even though they've done that, yeah, there's the banner painted by Raul Gonzalez, an indigenous artist who is from California, and he's an awesome mural artist, and so he painted this with aloha. He barely finished. The paint was not even dry when it was taken. So the law says, the law that they use to tag this object says that Kanawai Mamalahoe, I'm sorry, well, it says Kanawai Mamalahoe, doesn't matter, basically, by doing this, obviously, but it says under Ordinance 11-029, it says that property that's tagged then has 24 hours to be removed. Well,
right.
This was never tagged, and it was removed less than 24 hours after it was made.
Right.
I have a receipt for the materials that wasn't even 24 hours old.
Didn't they go straight to that tent too?
They did.
Yeah, and I should mention that that's all they took. It was this and some art supplies and another artwork, two other paintings by an artist named Michael Daly, who.
Right.
Tēnā kanaka, e mālama o kou I ke akua.
Ms. Teo, I don't mind you doing it, but please be advised, I don't understand Hawaiian.
Okay, I'm actually reading from the Hawaii State Constitution.
Okay, well, I still don't understand
Okay,
Hawaiian.
I will. E nā kanaka, e mālama o kou I ke akua, a e mālama hoi ke kanaka nui a me kanaka iki. E hele, ka ele makule, ka lua hine, a me ke kama, a moe I ke ala, a ohe mea nānā e ho'opilikia, hewa no make. People, malama, care for that which is divine. Take care of the people great and the people small. Let the old people, the old men, the old women, with the children, let them be free to lay in the road, in any path, without fear of being troubled. Hewa no make. Anyone who breaks this law shall fall. This is the first and still the most important law in Hawaii. It was spoken by Kamehameha I in 1797. It is in Article 9, Section 10 of the Constitution of the state of Hawaii. It is in the center of the badge of the Honolulu Police Department. It is the foundation of the relationship between government and people. It declares that people have a right not to be harmed by those with power. According to the sacred law, Kanawai Mamalahoe, any governmental power that breaks this fundamental law, that does not respect the basic human and civil rights of the people, will perish. I stand today and always for Kanawai Mamalahoe. I am not a criminal. I am a witness. I am a witness to great suffering, abuse, and disregard for human rights. I am a witness to the breaking of Kanawai Mamalahoe by the state of Hawaii.
Beyond a reasonable doubt. I find you guilty as charged of the crime charged, disorderly conduct, pursuant to HRS 711-1101.
Aloha from Waikiki, Honolulu, Hawaii, beginning of the Martin Luther King Day Parade, annual parade. Actually, I like calling it a march. It's called a parade. I don't like the whole parade idea.
The floats, kind of.
You know, there are beauty queens and stuff on it. It's become kind of a tourist thing, but we do it every year to remember Martin Luther King. And I'm going to walk around here. The march hasn't started, so I'm going to walk around and take a look. Hi, what's your name?
Tori.
Tori, why are you here?
I'm here to support peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest. That's actually becoming more and more prohibited in Honolulu anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame.
This is a color guard that begins the I don't know, I want to get behind here. That officially begins the march, but there's always a bit of controversy because we are in Hawaii, that many feel is under an illegal military occupation and is still an independent nation. So there's a number of people here, Kanaka Maoli, native Hawaiians, who will also march in front. Oh, thank you. Leading off in front of the color guard, Hawaiian group with the Hawaiian flag upside down. Hawaiian distress. Coming up is the Kanawai Mamalahoe banner. January 17th, 1893, the day of the overthrow, the armed invasion of Hawaii by American businessmen being protested. And that was in front of the official color guard, the American flag. There was a great song written about the overthrow for the Royal Hawaiian Band called Kaulana Napua. Go look that up. Okay, they're taking this route here. Royal Hawaiian Band. I think Honolulu is Hawaii is the only state that has a band like this. Royal Hawaiian Band passing. And you can see that they'll make a march past here. We'll see. And that a ways through Waikiki. That concrete jungle is indeed Waikiki. And we'll be walking along with one of the groups. And then we'll walk through Waikiki and you guys will get a good glimpse of Waikiki. We might lose some resolution and connectivity as we walk through the concrete jungle. I'll try and show you the ocean when we get a shot of it, but here we go. Hi, you're live on the internet. What do you want to say to anybody? Alright, looks good. Nice old Chevy too. Well, we made the march, guys. What do you think? If you've been following my streams, this is also the venue where Laulani Teal was arrested for trying to approach the mayor for the return of the Kanawai Mamalahoe banner, which you saw leading this parade today. This is the official terminating area. Good here. Good. Here's the Kanawai Mamalahoe banner. I was just telling the people, it wasn't returned then, but it was returned about 10 days afterward, after persistent. This banner made by Raul Gonzalez, California artist, who painted it in solidarity with indigenous people in their struggles. Anything you want to tell our viewers?
Everyone, if you don't know what it is already, Kanawai Mamalahoe, Law of the Splintered Paddle by King Kamehameha. It's in the state constitution. It's in the state constitution. It's in the little green part of the badges of every policeman in the city and county of Hawaii. Well, I don't know about the other islands.
I think it's just Honolulu.
It's Honolulu County. Anyway, and basically everyone's supposed to be able to be safe.
The law of the splintered paddle protects the humble from the powerful. The first law of the first king of Hawaii, declared by King Kamehameha in 1797, I believe. This banner painted by Raul Gonzalez. Thank you very much, Raul.